This episode of Storytellers is brought to you by these fine companies.
Hi, I'm Rickie Smith. You're watching Storytellers at Competition Plus TV.
Rickie tells of a certain summer duck dragway match race, and you pulled the wool over his eyes. Tell me about the day you got the wool pulled over your eyes.
Yeah, well, it's a summer duck. One of them, that's probably the nicest track we ever run on as far as the guardrail, right? And that ain't no joke there. That place
had the biggest curve.
Yeah. When you open the door there, you really better be kind of in the groove. Because if you got much more than about, honestly, 3 foot out of the groove and had the door open, it'd be against the guardrail, you know. And the same deal, you know, backing up. If you was in the right lane, you had to watch, you know, the dang guardrail there around the tree. But anyway, they didn't have no lights up there. It's kind of the left-hand side of the track's a little bit lower than the track. The right-hand side of the track was kind of supposedly the spectator side, but they didn't have nothing over there but probably enough bleachers to hold 300 people. And they had a bank there. It was about 5 foot high, and there would be a few cars parked up there, you know. And we got down to the final round, me and Roy. I think we'd won one apiece or whatever. And we're going in that last race. We're trying to get our cars ready, but it just got dark. And back then, we didn't have photo set, you know, like, you know, the beam, the I-beam thing. You know, we had the old floodlights down there that shined across the track for the beams, you know. You had broken floodlights. Well, it's getting dark, and it's really we shouldn't even be running. It doesn't stop everything from running but us.
We needed the money, though.
But we needed the money, and it paid more to win the match race. You know, you got paid more, probably $300 or $400 more if you won the thing, and you know, so hell, I wasn't gonna lose. You know, and Roy wasn't gonna lose. I done talked to him. I went up there one time while we were trying to get all of us car. I don't know who was helping me then, but I went up there to Roy. I said, Roy, what we're gonna do? It's getting dark. He said, we're going to race. I said, Roy, man, we don't need to race. You know, I said, why don't we just go up there and maybe let the clutch out and, you know, run, do the burnout, do our deal, and let the clutch out and shut them off. No. He said, hell no. He said, I think what he said, no, we going to race. He said, I'm fixing to wear your butt out. I don't think he said butt, but, you know, anyway. He said, I'm fixing to wear you out this time. And I was running a little better than him. I should have won, but anyway. We get up there and it's dark. Now it's dark, and summer duck. When you go through the finish line, you don't go max of 200 feet if you go that far, and it's a hard left-hand turn down a hill. I'm talking about down a hill. It's probably from 200 feet past the finish line to where you're gonna stop down there. I'd say it's at minimum 100-foot drop off.
Don't forget the bridge.
Yeah, and then at the end of the thing, if you couldn't make it, you was either in the creek or you had to turn a little bit right and try to go and make the bridge.
Single lane bridge.
Same way the crowd come in, the way the damn spectators come in now. So we're down there, we're going to this. Luckily, it's a solid full moon, but it's dark. I mean, it's done got dark. You don't see the track down there. Well, all I was doing was kind of lining up where beams come across. I could see my side and I could see his side. And I done begged him, twice, 3 times. I said, Roy, let's just, no, hell no, we're going to race. I'm going to beat your ass. So I think what he's looking in the back future now, I think all he was doing was trying to rouse me up and hope I'd red light, you know, and he'd win the race.
Wouldn't have to go far that way.
That's what he's going to do. So we go up there and do our deal, and I let the clutch out on this thing, and I ain't doing nothing but trying to look down the track, and it's totally dark. But I'm thinking I'm okay because I can see where my groove is, where I got to go between these sets of lights. I got to know I got to be somewhere in the middle of them because you ain't seeing the track. It's dark. I go down through there and I'm throw the chutes out, and luckily the tree line down there and the blue sky kind of, but luckily it was a full moon. That thing, I went through the lights, and that's when all hell broke loose to me. That's the scariest I've ever been in a car and not wrecked, by far. I wrecked at Bristol and broke my leg, and I wasn't that scared. Because I wrecked up there, and you know it happened, okay, it's happened, you're okay. When I went through them lights, I was looking at the tree line. I knew I had to turn the wheel some down there, so I turned the wheel some, and I'm still looking at this tree line, and I'm kind of just all scrunched up in the car because I don't know what's coming in there with me. I ain't got a clue if I'm for sure on the track or not. I know I'm still fairly smooth, but I know I'm going down this hill, and I'm kind of sliding, and it's in the dark. I finally get this thing stopped down there at the bottom of the hill. I didn't wreck, but when I stopped, this is no lie, I'd fight a monkey, and I have back in. When I stopped and just opened the door down there's nobody around me. I sure let a big breath out, but this left leg wouldn't even I couldn't even get out of the car. This left leg was jumping like this. It wasn't just shaking, it was jumping. I mean, it was just jumping 6 inches at a time. I said, what? I mean, I'm having to hold on to it. That's how scared I was. I mean, why I didn't wreck or whatever. I mean, I was totally, scaredest I've ever been. And then to get all this done, this crazy ass fool done what I asked him to do when we started the deal. He goes up there and lets the clutch out, runs about 60 foot, and shuts her down.
Do you think I'd go down through there in the dark like
Let
that?
me run all the way to the damn finish line. Scared the hell out of me. I mean, just the grace of God, and I didn't wreck. I mean, you ain't trying to hold it straight and get stopped. You know you got to make a hard turn and downhill pretty hard at summer duck. A lot of people know what I'm talking about. It's race summer duck, and and this crazy nut, like I say, all he done was let the clutch out and pushed it right back in. He knew what he was doing, but I didn't have no sense. I was still young and dumb back in. He wasn't going to beat me if I put the car upside down. I was going to the finish line.
That's what makes Rickie Smith the racer he is today. It's what's
What a crazy ass.